I love you, Mary.
This is someone I've watched before called Jamie Plastic Veins Bible. There you go. You see that there? Why are atheist families adopting religious transphobia? A disturbing phenomenon has popped up this year, with relatives who do not care for religion suddenly using it to justify transphobic attitudes. Ouch. Wow. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what this very serious looking individual thinks. Let's go.
Hey guys, this is Jamie. I'm sorry for skipping the past week. The video, I've been busy because I am a psychology master now, so I've been busy with that. So I wanted to pretty much apologize for that. And I feel like specifically since we're approaching Christmas and I've seen a lot of discussions about trans people and family in Christmas, I feel like it makes more sense for me to be focusing on this video rather than any other topic that I had in mind. So I guess let's get on with it. So I do have to say that I don't want to glamorize a few years ago sort of as the ideal, but I do feel like obviously we've been going backwards in terms of trans rights very, very alarmingly, at a very alarming pace actually.
I wonder if he's gonna give any indication as to how, beyond things like trans kids, which not all trans people want, trans sports, which not all trans people want, and whatever else.
So obviously this ends up not only politically but also in the homes of people and families. And I have seen a lot of people who are not religious turn religious recently. And I feel in general there is a massive sort of a boost of religion, and obviously when...
Yeah, it could be people are feeling like secular societies are turning to degeneracy. People are wandering around in the streets in fucking dog masks and no tops on every Pride. They might be getting sick of it. They might want a bit more normalcy back in their life. Who knows?
Time when there's turmoil, when there's war, people turn to religion. So that is no surprise, but I feel like instead of making religion unite us and sort of find ways to sort of solace in difficult times, I feel like it's just another reason for people to fight and divide. I've seen
No example. Okay though.
People both from religious upbringing, from not so religious upbringing, and in general, I feel like...
This person said they have a master's in psychology or something. You'd think they'd know a bit about like persuasive writing or like persuasive arguing, but it's just, this is happening. Is Pride that bad? It is these days. I don't go to them anymore because fuck that shit. Like, as of this year, I've been fucking boycotting that shit. But yeah, I mean, what was it? Toronto Pride, San Francisco Pride, there's all sorts going on. There was like people wanking each other off in the street in San Francisco. I saw this reporter like interviewing this woman with her two little daughters, and like the woman was like talking about, yeah, it's been fun, like they're a bit uncomfortable with all the naked people and stuff, and like these kids look like fucking miserable. It was horrible. And then when you mention it to people, it's like, oh, don't take your kids then. It's like, don't take your kids to things that happen in fucking public. Like, why not just put your fucking junk away? I don't know. Why not just not twerk at children?
Like, we as a society are coming to this place of very bizarre hate towards trans.
Very bizarre hate. Listen, this is what happens when you're on one side and you've just internalized all of the arguments on that side and just everything else is just about hating you. This is what happens.
People. And it goes even to the fact that today or yesterday I saw tweets by J.K. Rowling, the most famous serf.
God, this person's existence seems miserable. I really hope that when they turn the camera off, they don't have to care so much about this shit and just get on with their life. They just seem so dour and miserable. Like, Oh, J.K. Rowling tweeted again. Who cares about J.K. Rowling tweeting? Why not just ignore her? Why not block her?
At this point, which was saying that trans people shouldn't be teachers as they can influence kids, and that is absolute bogus.
Wait, was that even J.K. Rowling? He sounds unhappy. Most of these people do. That, like, I don't know. I feel weird saying this because I make like super depressing music, but like, I hate how like depressing everyone is on YouTube. Like all the trans people that I watch. I'm sure he's getting confused with Posey Parker, but let's see. Let's see. Right. Oh yeah, royalties, nice. Clownfish. Nicola Sturgeon. Too many benzos. Yeah, maybe. Or was it SSRI Cadence? Could be that. I'm sure he's thinking of Posey Parker and not J.K. Rowling. Like stereotypes. Going several days back at this point. Well, toilet pervert, but that's not really anything. Oh, thank you, Bonghole. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like feeling things, you know. I like music that kind of moves me a certain way. And I make what I want to make. He's just fucking wrong. He's talking about Posey Parker. I'm 99% sure that he's just fucking wrong with this.
Which was saying that today or yesterday I saw tweets by J.K. Rowling, the most famous serf at this point, which was saying that trans people shouldn't be teachers as they can influence kids, and that is absolute bogus. And she was saying that we might need to sacrifice pretty much women wearing things that can be considered masculine and vice versa in order to preserve the fact that kids do not see trans people. And this whole idea really kind of rubbed me off the wrong way, obviously, because I do believe that whatever anyone wants to wear, they should wear, obviously within context. You're not gonna show up naked.
Okay, I can't find it on Posey Parker. I'm sure she was saying something about trans people and teachers. But I hate Twitter. Why am I don't know. Being on the left actually means blah, blah. Wasn't this? I'm sure I saw something. I couldn't find anything on J.K. Rowling's fucking Twitter. I could be wrong. Maybe it wasn't. Posey Parker. Same kind of thing. I don't know. I can't see it, but hey, you know what you could do? You could flash things up. That would make things a lot easier. I wouldn't potentially think you're lying. I can't find it. I don't know.
To your work. And the whole idea in general, JK is very often used as a pawn for people to hide their transphobia. I've seen people say, oh, I will defend Harry Potter, I don't care about trans people, and then they end up being transphobes. Or people...
I would need to know what this person's definition of transphobe is.
Advocate, oh, to trans people very often, like, oh, did I read the new JK novel? Like, I've had it from my mother. Or I've seen people say that they're angry that Harry Potter gets cancelled because of the woke or because of trans people. And it becomes a symbol of transphobia. And also, like, I remember, like, growing up, people would, like, watch Harry Potter for the holidays, so I imagine this will be another spike of that and another spike of discourse. And in general, you'd think a children's offer would be...
Oh no, there might be a spike in people watching Harry Potter. Oh no, you might have to see the odd person talk about Harry Potter on fucking social media. I thought you were a master's in psychology. What the fuck are you doing caring about this kind of shit? Haven't you got, like, higher concept things to be concerned about right now? Fuck me.
pro-equality, pro-equal rights, but here we are. And then you have the other issue where people turn religious. I've seen extreme cases of people quote the Bible, despite not being religious previously, in order to fuel hate. And I feel in general, we as trans people...
Example would be lovely, but we're not going to get one, I'm guessing.
...have been enduring a lot of hate.
God, all this sounds so miserable and exhausting. Yes, I agree. This is dour as fuck.
And in general, the more I age, the more...
I'm sure he said that that's what he was. But I can't remember. Either that or he's doing his masters or something. But like, I don't know. I expect a bit more than like whatever the fuck this is. But then I guess a lot of these captured people are the types that like fill out these kind of areas anyway. So, hey.
I feel like I should have listened to my younger self as well. Like, I kind of grew up pretty much accepting the fact that eventually all my family will stop talking to me or I will stop talking to them. And that's pretty much what happens, unfortunately.
That's an extremely defeatist
that
attitude. That's an extremely defeatist attitude, I must say. I mean, is there not an argument that you're kind of manifesting that kind of thing to happen if you're assuming that it'll fall out? Like maybe you'll sort of not really give a shit about the relationship anyway, if that's the case. I don't know. This is like, I don't know. I almost feel bad for this person, but I think they're doing it to themselves. That's the problem.
Or I will stop talking to them, and that's pretty much what happens, unfortunately. And that is also another thing that I've been going through besides the good stuff. And it was also one of the reasons I found it difficult to sit in front of a camera. And another reason I specifically chose this topic, like the rift between me and my family, the remains of my family, was because of academic issues. And I still don't understand many things, but I just wish that when I talk to trans people, when I see situations, I understand that it's very difficult to sort of walk away from family which is abusive or manipulative or has really weird intention, gaslights, or ideas even. And we're sort of brought up, at least I was, and from what I see, people often think, oh, my parents are old, my parents are in their 70s.
Here's the thing, what are you hearing about those other people's families? How much of it is true? You never know in any one case. But hey, if you're so insistent that whatever someone says they are, that's what they definitely are. That's kind of what you're inviting. You're inviting people to bullshit you and take advantage of you and give you a slanted story so that you'll feel sorry for them and like maybe do things for you. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't work on any level, but this is what we're doing. So, hey.
Reaching 70s, 80s, and I want to be there for them. But if they're not there for you now, why should you be there for them later? And also, like, with me finishing university and going on a career path as a psychologist, which is related to health, which is really linked to sort of making me think about my own grandparents, and specifically my grandpa was also in the medical sphere. Like, I took care of my grandparents as they were aging with my mother, and it is very difficult to do that, and I feel like people should be given a choice whether they want to take care of the people or not. And
see what I mean by this ideology feeling very individualistic?
But at the same time, for instance, me and my mom were really heavily judged by my relatives for choosing to take care of them. And to be honest, I do not regret taking care of my grandparents. And I am happy that I spent more time with them because looking back, they are the people who I miss the most, and they are the people whose death affected me the most. And to this day, I'm not over their death, if to say it very openly. I have come to terms with it, but it is still very difficult, and it is a grief that I hold still. Because
what? No, Abrasius, you just don't understand trans joy, okay? We're seeing trans joy. It's radiant. It's palpable.
I feel like if someone really touched you and was very dear to you for your life, obviously it's very difficult to just forget about them and move on. So yeah.
I wonder, listen, I'm kind of shooting in the dark here because I'm not an academic, as maybe is kind of obvious. Oh, have a good one, Amy Skull. Thanks for watching. I wonder if there's certain like argument styles that work decently well in like academic psychology, but then when applied to something like this, just completely fall apart. I wonder if that's his problem, because he must be able to like write persuasively and like research things and stuff. But like, why is this so like off? You know what I mean?
And like, for instance, with my in-laws, it's much of a different story. I've never got so many congratulations once I graduated, and it was very touching. It was very, very touching. So I do want to say sort of that the right people will stay, the wrong people will show themselves to be weird in some way, and also trust your gut, I guess. So I do feel like it's not even we as trans people, but I feel like we as people get shoehorned into this idea that family is above everything and family is the only people who will stay. And I do understand, like, obviously my in-laws are my partner's family, but at the same time, there are people who have stayed with me, like friends, best friends, and etc. And once I sort of stopped talking to all my family, I
Okay. How much time have we spent on this idea, by the way? Just like personal anecdotes, like complaining about
realized
his
how much
life.
energy I have, how much time I was wasting thinking of people who wouldn't even visit me while I was in Portugal. So it was this bizarre situation of me caring about what someone was thinking of me a continent away.
Yeah, this is a female person.
And it's still difficult. I'm still coming to terms with it. I'm still trying to understand it. But I do wish that we as a society moved away from this necessity of speaking to family and this idea that family should be spoken to and mended at all costs. Because if someone is
I don't agree with that. Yeah, I'm bored. There we go. Jamie Plastic Veins Bible. Have we learned anything about atheist families adopting religious transphobia? I don't know. I can't remember a single thing you said already.